Hello, everyone. I'm Nicole Dickens, the founder of Zoetica, where we help people start, launch, and scale their ideas for greatest impact. And I want to welcome you back to the Startable vlog, where everyone can be an entrepreneur. The Startable community is about igniting the entrepreneurial spirit by creating as many opportunities as possible for those at the early stages of entrepreneurship to discover, then launch their ideas into the world. So last week, or I should say actually 2 weeks ago, because I took last week off as we are having Armageddon now here in Silicon Valley in the midst of a pandemic. So I thought I'd spare you guys a vlog last week, get myself some rest. But 2 weeks ago, we talked about the idea of who gets to be an entrepreneur. And I spent some time debunking the myths about who we think entrepreneurs are. And so this week, I just want you to spend some time exploring why you should do entrepreneurship during a recession. I'm not going to use the D word yet. I am hope-filled that this will remain at a recession status, but hope springs eternal, as they say. And I want to give you 5 basic reasons why now is the absolute best time to begin thinking about a side hustle or growing something into a stable business for you, your family, and community. And the bottom line is this: you, along with the rest of the world, are rethinking things now during this pandemic/recession, and for some of us, Armageddon. It's recalling us, the economic times are causing us to rethink everything we do to get more efficient and effective with what we do. Many of us have reduced hours or changed hours from work. We're wondering about our longevity in our current positions, given the climate of not being able to be in the office and the way we used to be in an office setting. And those of us who are able to work from home have more time. That commute, for some of us, that gives us 2 extra hours a day that we can be using to think towards new things, to begin to think differently. And that brings us to reason number 2, which is everyone is using this time to think about career pivots, about whether or not I need to be thinking about a different career altogether, or maybe I can use some time to pick up some new skill sets to get me to that next level or to that new place within the career that I already am. And I want to encourage you to actually use this time when everyone else is thinking about pivoting to include entrepreneurship as a potential pivot. Since you're already thinking about changing things, you're already thinking about getting leaner and meaner and more efficient, you might as well include a forage into entrepreneurship during this time as well. The third reason is one of my favorites, and that is everything is cheaper now because the world is dealing with a recession. And I'm still going to forego using the D word. That means everybody's competing against everyone's effort to scale back and simplify and only live according to their needs. And so the price of things are going down tremendously. Even the legal help you may need, the marketing support you may need, the courses you may want to take to help beef up skills or explore an idea, all of those things now are a fraction of what they used to be pre-COVID, pre-pandemic. And so you get to create an environment that is less expensive for you to start something. The fourth reason is something that I've been finding beautiful in this whole pandemic/apocalypse that's happening for some of us in the US at least, is that everyone wants an opportunity to help. Everybody wants to be part of the solution. They want to have impact. They want to live a meaningful existence in general, but in particular during these difficult times. And so you'll be able to find people who are willing to do focus groups for you, willing to give you some of their time for free. You will find people who want to come alongside and help you build up your idea, help you scale things for little to nothing because they want to be a part of something that's greater, that's bigger than themselves in these times. They want to be in a position to give back. And so you can provide that, because we're talking not just for profit, but nonprofit ideas as well. That Startable is a place to begin kind of thinking about, if you will. And the final reason, which is my favorite one, by the way, is you have the opportunity, the plum opportunity of riding the wave out of the recession. Think about it. You've just taken the time to build something in a difficult environment where you had to do it more leanly. You had to be smart about it. You had to build something efficient to deal with the times that you were launching a recession, right? And we've heard from Dr. Fossey, even if we get a solution to this pandemic, a vaccine within the next couple of months, we won't see worldwide recovery until the end of 21. So if you start now to begin exploring that idea, by the end of the pandemic, you will have launched and been working something that's lean, mean, fighting machine in the end, that then can ride the wave out of recession. Because I promise you, we are going to have an unprecedented global boom after this, guys, because we now know where all the cracks are. We know where all the holes are in our society. And so the world will be more throwing money at, throwing resources at all the things that could solve those potential problems, those cracks. They are now quite evident where the weak systems are, where the weak processes are, where the problems are globally. And we want them solved, because this pandemic environment won't be 100 years, every 100 years like it was in the past, because we're just far more global people. We can get anywhere in the world under 24 hours. And so things can move much more quickly than they did a century ago when the world went through this. And so that's not to scare you. That's just to realize the opportunity that you're in, that one, people now want these problems solved. And two, you will have done some problem solving in an efficient environment where you had to be lean and mean to get your product or service out there. And now you can take that lean product and scale when the boom comes post 21. And so that's my favorite reason, actually, for thinking about and starting a business, a side hustle, a nonprofit during a recession. And so now I just want you to take a little bit of time imagining. It's a simple request. I want you to take some time reflecting, imagining what a pivot into entrepreneurship could look like for you. You do not have to worry about the idea itself. Just how would your life change? What would you need to add? What would you need to take away? How would you feel about the responsibilities, but the joys and the hope in starting something that's just yours, that you know is going to benefit the people around you and beyond? Take some time dreaming is what I'm asking you to do this week. And don't let these times scare you at all, because you may be in the midst of what I would call a perfect opportunity. That's all I have for you guys this week. And yeah, I'll see you next week without fail. Until then, go get something done.